Hey guys, what's up? Lewin here at GarageBand and beyond. Today, I'm just going to be talking to you guys about one of the most important components of any song that you're recording that I hear a lot of beginner engineers and producers sort of not quite comprehending. It's one of those things that makes your favorite song have a life, have some able to breathe. It takes you on a journey. So basically what I'm talking about is dynamics, okay? So by dynamics, what I mean are the rises and the falls throughout the song, right? So in the most basic format I can give you, this is basically the arrangement for, let's call it 99.9% of the pop songs out there. And this is a formula you can use and adapt, but it is verse, chorus, bridge, double chorus, right? Don't forget about that old adage, don't bore us, get to the chorus, right? So we're going to look at those sections of a song and talk about how to make dynamics work throughout those sections in a way where your song has some life, where it breathes, where it climbs the mountaintop and hangs out, and then, comes back down to the valley for a minute before it climbs another mountain, okay? So the arrangement, like I said, verse, chorus, bridge, double, chorus out, right? So in that kind of an example, what I would personally do, you start with the verse and maybe there's an intro or something, but in the intro section, you typically do start sort of mellow and a medium energy, right? Then when you get to a chorus, you have to raise the energy level. Again, we're talking about pop songs, rock songs, if this formula works for you, you'll know. So as you go from, medium tempo, medium energy into your chorus, one of the things you need to do is sort of work towards that incoming raise in energy, if that makes any sense. So if you're on a guitar or something and you're just strumming nice and simple, whatever, just down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, as you start approaching that chorus, you need to do something with the rhythm of the guitar or the rhythm of the bass, or, drums will typically do a fill of some sort. Point is that you are performing your instrument in a way, you're playing your instrument in a way that signals that an increase is coming, right? A chorus is coming. I'm going to ramp it up. Now we're at the chorus. You know what I mean? And then adversely, on the other end of the chorus, you need to figure out a way to sort of indicate that in your playing. Those kinds of things. And especially, let's also add, when you're in the chorus, you're playing with some maybe new rhythm, maybe you're muting or you're not muting. That's a great thing for guitars. You mute in the verses and don't mute in the choruses. So let's say this. The choruses are going to be the peak, okay, in this particular equation of an arrangement. So now we've gone through a pretty medium verse. We're getting into a chorus, and now we've come out of the chorus, and now we're into verse 2. Verse 2 is where typically most producers will start adding a new element to the song. Either a new sound, a new, piano part, some sort of new element you usually hear come in the second verse. Now, again, we're going to go through that second verse and it's going to be a little bit higher than the first verse, not as high as the chorus. Okay. So now we're getting into that second chorus. Again, you got to ramp it up on your instrument, whatever it may be. And you're going to go up into that chorus again. Okay. Now you're hanging out in this chorus and it's totally cool. It should be as identical to the previous chorus as possible. So don't, add a bunch of extraneous parts are here. We want the choruses to be that's where the hook lives, right? The more you change that hook, the less likely it will sink in, right? So you really got to be consistent when you hit those choruses, okay? So now you're through the second chorus, okay? Now we're going to enter into the bridge. This is going to usually bring a whole new feel to the song. What I most commonly see in a bridge is like a major drop in energy, right? So either the drums come way down or the drums just fully go away or it gets reduced to just a kick drum or something like that. The majority of the musical elements have been removed in some way. It could just be bass and drums and voice in the bridge. Point is that in the bridge, you are technically going to be at the lowest energy level throughout the entire arrangement, okay? So now you're getting through this nice mellow bridge and you've told a whole new story with a whole new palette of colors and sounds, but you are now about to ramp out into the final outro, which is a double chorus, right? So in a double chorus, I mean, basically, like I said before, you don't want to change either of them. I mean, maybe the last one you could add a single element or, maybe a tambourine or something like that to sort of just help liven it up a little bit. By the way, I love using tambourines to help lift choruses. It's a classic trick that worked in rock and roll and happily still works in pop music and rap and all sorts of stuff. Tambourine playing 16th notes is a really great way to simply lift a section. So anyway, double chorus. Now we're into this big double chorus. And this is basically the free-for-all, So this is the big one. This is your outro. This is where the most amount of energy should go. Keeping it clean. Don't get sloppy or anything like that, But this is the mountain climb. This is the peak and the final one. So this is where all the energy really needs to live. And then you hit the end of the song, and that's that. So that's a really long story to talk about the arrangement of dynamics. However, that is something I do want you guys to think about, is how to arrange your dynamics throughout a song. It has to happen on every single instrument. One of the things that I hear a lot when I mix songs for people, don't forget I mix songs for people, GarageBand and Beyond.com for details about that. One of the things that I don't hear a lot of people doing is switching the drums, okay? I hear all the time, it's just, it just stays on the hi-hat the whole time. Remember, in pretty much all cases, not all cases, of course, but in most cases, the verse is played on a hi-hat on the drums. And then as you get into the chorus, there's going to be a little fill and the drummer's going to switch over to a ride cymbal. Okay. So just remember that. That's a real basic thing. The other thing that I like to do to help sort of keep the dynamics working well together is I like that groove track a lot on GarageBand. There are ways to make it not totally screw up your part by basically just, if you've used the groove track matching thing, you tell the drummer to match your bass and then your bass to follow the drums. One of the things that I have found is that every now and then, if you're doing something super cool or funky on the bass, for example, it'll totally screw up some of those notes and put them in different place. Just delete those edit points. Just delete those flex time marker points and everything will snap back to where it should be. That's really off topic. Anyway, dynamics are one of the most key points and most key components to any great song. That ebb and flow, that rise and fall, that is what makes a beautiful song beautiful. That's what makes a powerful song powerful. It's those dynamics. It's natural. It's organic. It's what makes you feel a piece of music, in my humble opinion. So that's it, you guys. I just wanted to talk about dynamics because I think it is really essential that they are in your songs and that you have some sort of concept on how to arrange your dynamics. That's it for today. Nice quick video. Just talking to you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something, got some food for thought, perhaps. Anyway, you guys, please feel free to leave comments down below. Find me over on Facebook, Twitter, and all that kind of stuff. I do have a Patreon page, which I'm desperately trying to get more patrons over to. That's patreon.com/GarageBand and beyond. And I think that's about it. So you guys have a fabulous weekend. I will talk to you again soon. Peace.